Hi everyone. Is my mic on? Yes, it is. Okay. I see my plant is doing even worse than last week. Not sure what is happening with my plant, but I might need to just cut it off and because I have taken some cuttings from this and that one is doing really good. So I might just have to give it a haircut. Anyway, good morning, good morning. I'm a bit late today. I was very sleepy, so I got up late. Good morning, Miranda. Hello. Hi, Ivona. Hey, another Carmen. Hello. Good morning. Yeah. Oh, I'll put my candle away. So I'm getting ready for some more knitting on my cable sock. We had a cable knitting workshop yesterday, and one of the cables that we looked into was this medallion cable, and I really like it. And yeah, so I'm knitting a sock with it. I'm almost up to the point where I want to do the heel, I think. Well, I can continue for a bit longer. But it's more of a summery sock yarn, so I'm not sure if I want to make it that long. But we'll see. Because I do also like to have some variety with sock lengths. Okay, I'm just going to put on some music for myself. Let's see. Okay. There. Oh, and I'll share the link on Instagram. How's everyone doing, by the way? What is everyone making? Are you knitting? Are you crocheting? Are you embroidering something? Or maybe you're spinning for the Tour de Fleece. I still haven't started any spinning. Oh, and I really want to. But yeah, I've been too busy with other things. Let's see. So I'm always posting the live stream link in my Facebook group, which is New Leaf Designs Knitting and Crochet Crew. So if you're on Facebook, come and join the Facebook group because it's really fun. Copy link. And you can stay up to date about the live streams if you want, and new patterns, if Instagram isn't your thing, because I post on both platforms. I personally like Instagram better, but it's kind of sporadic in what it shows to people, so I find that the Facebook group is kind of more reliable in a way. Carmen is sock knitting as well. Yay! What kind of sock are you making? I'm taking this picture for Instagram and I'm finding that my nails kind of match my my yarn. Put them on earlier this week. Is there a tutorial on your Patreon for leg-to-toe sock? Yes, the glue wine socks. I started knitting socks last year with the summer sock alongs. At the moment, I'm toe-up sock knitter. Yeah, I do prefer toe-up socks, but the glue wine socks are from cuff to toe, and I'm doing that again for this one. And you know, it's sometimes it's just fun to alternate. So yeah, when was that? Patreon must have been in December or something. Let's search for socks. Yeah. So I have the full tutorial video. It's an hour and a half. And the pattern is free for the middle and top tier, so Golden, Delicious, and L-Star. Yeah. And it's quite fun. I mean, for the glue wine socks, I knitted together with some Tweedy yarn, but you don't need to do that. You can just follow it as a plain sock knitting pattern. And Mirana's still working on the Tolsta tea in the meantime. Yay! Carmen is knitting plain sock. It was pink with beautiful speckles. Oh, nice. I just want to showcase the wool. Yeah, then plain sock is the best. Good morning, Natasha. Hello. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm feeling a lot sleepier today than normal, so I might not be very chatty. Where do... There. Okay. Yay. So yesterday, just before the cable workshop was about to start, I was downstairs grabbing all of the things that I needed for the workshop. So I grabbed all of my knitting, my notebooks, and a bottle of water, and I went upstairs, and of course my desk was a mess, so I just put it on the chair just while I cleaned the desk, and then I went back to get my stuff from the chair, and the water bottle I noticed when I picked it up that I could squeeze it, and I was like, oh no, it had been leaking the water all over my chair, this chair. But and then of course I had to do the workshop, so I couldn't really so I just put a towel on it. I put a bit heavy weight on it so it would press the towel down, and later I put some rice on it, and I even blow dried it. But it all seems to have helped. Let's see, what am I doing? So yeah, but that was I was offline for a minute. Seems to be all right now. Okay. I'm wondering if this cable sock is a good idea for the live stream, because I do have to pay attention to the cables. So we'll see. I'm using the stitch marker to help me keep track of when to do a cable. Yeah, I quite like it. Hi Marianne, good morning. So I was wondering while I was designing the sock whether I needed to do more cables alongside it, because cables are so pretty. So yeah, so I wondered if I should put more in, but I think it is also fine like this. And I especially like the detail on the side, and it flows nicely from the ribbing. So yeah, I do like that. I do think that it looks better from the inside, the side bit. Well, maybe not. If you don't stretch it, it just disappears completely. Because I wanted to have a little break in the purl stitches. But yeah. There's always a lot of possibilities with cables. But one of the reasons why I decided to just stick to these two cables, so one on the back and one on the front, is because I'm not really sure how much it affects the size of the sock, the stretchiness, the comfort of wearing, because cables can make your fabric a little bit tighter. I love the cable and the yarn. Ah, thank you. Yeah, I really do think it's a nice combination. I always tell people to not go for variegated yarn while knitting cables, but this is so subtle. So it kind of works. And it's been in my stash for years and years and years, so it's nice to finally use it. Why the purl stitches and no knit stitches? On the side. Or in the middle of the cable. I think I do have some swatches here. I was just about to ask that question. I also wanted it my neck sock with cables, but then I have to figure out if I have to add more stitches. Oh, in regards to the sizing. Yeah, so I would usually do, for a simple just knit sock, I would do 56 stitches. But now I have 60 stitches. Yeah, it depends on the kind of cable. It depends on how many stitches you're crossing over each other, because here it's just 2 crossing over 2, so it's not pulling too much, whereas if you have 3 over 3 or 4 over 4, then it's more tightening. On the sides of the cable. Is it so that the cable pops more? Yes, it is. So I have some swatches. Here you can see a regular cable where the cable is knit and the sides are purl stitches. Here's that very same cable with knit stitches on the side. See that? So what you see more here is that this is still nice if you want to create this kind of like cross in the knitting. It can still be nice, but it doesn't look like a cable very much. So you need some kind of contrast. And you can do that with purl stitches. You can also do that with garter stitch, right? It's a little bit less visible, but you can see that this is a cable. And one thing that you can also do is to just add like 2 cable stitches on the side, like just a few, and then do knit stitches. That works as well. But yeah, this was also my very first question when I started cable knitting. I thought, why purl stitches? Marianne says, normally I knit with 64 stitches, so probably will go to 72. I'm also a tight knitter. Yeah, I mean, you could also do 68. I'm not sure what kind of stitch repeat you need, but yeah, it kind of still depends. It's not a very satisfying answer, isn't it? It depends. Yeah, you're welcome, Natasha. I love explaining this. Yeah, so I could have done less purl stitches here. I could have brought the stockinette in a little bit, but yeah, I can always design more, so. Oh, and so I finished the bamboo top Very vague. Yeah, so because I would think if it's just regular cables and if you just need a multiple of 4 stitches, then I would recommend 68 stitches for you. If you normally knit 64 stitches and that is fine with your tight knitting. I don't think you have to go up to 72. That might be too wide. But if you have a lot of cables in there, then maybe yes. But if you just have one cable in there, I would just do 68. But yeah. Forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the bamboo top. I finished it, but it's a bit cold today to wear it. But it's looking really good. The only thing that I don't like about it is I put it away in the closet. So I folded it and it has fold lines already. So I think that's the bamboo or the cotton in the yarn, because it's a blend of bamboo and cotton. And that I don't like. I'm not used to my knitted or crocheted pieces folding, like creasing that easily. So that's going to be a pain. But yeah. Yeah, I'll show you next week. The bamboo top, because it's in a drawer, and yeah, it's with the fold line. It's not pretty enough to show you. It's not too different right now from last week when it was almost finished. I still had some ribbing to do. Hi Chris! I made the first wrist warmer from the workshop. Yay! Oh, I'm so glad you liked it. Thank you for your message. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, wasn't it? And I'm already looking forward to the next one because oh, I have to announce the date. But yes, August 14th from 2 to 4 UK time, we'll have the brioche workshop. And I have some ideas for the for what we're going to knit during the workshop, because this time I actually want, oh wait, I'm doing this wrong. Hang on. Because I want to do, I want to hold a workshop where, you know, we actually start a project. And I usually don't do this because it's just a bit more difficult to think of a pattern that is suitable for the workshop. Because say, you know, for example, the cable workshop, right? If you think of patterns with cables, there's usually some setup where you don't use the cable. For example, a hat. For a hat, you need to knit the brim first. And for a good hat, you need a really long brim, you know, that's my experience of how to knit hats that sit comfortably, that you actually use, because the longer the brim is, the more comfortable it is to wear. And for a workshop, you don't want to first knit an hour of ribbing or even more. And you don't want people to have to knit a gauge swatch first. So it's always a little bit challenging to find a pattern that you can knit during the workshop that doesn't require any sizing, that's okay with multiple gauges, and that people can, you know, that when we start knitting, that it's not too long until we actually get to the technique that we want to learn, right? So that's always been my challenge. But I think that I found something for brioche. I'll be trying it out this weekend, and then maybe next week I'll be able to show you. And I'm also gonna see if we can do 2-color brioche, because it's been a while since I tried single color brioche and then compared it to 2-color, and I'm not sure if the one is more difficult than the other. So we'll see. Love brioche, but definitely need some practice. Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. I'll be trying out the 1-color and then this 2-color, and then if I really think that the 2-color is too difficult, we'll just do the 1-color. But yeah, I'll do some testing and see what works best. Okay, I think. Okay, yeah. I have to do the cable. Yeah. And I have 2 brioche projects that I still need to finish, so I can continue working on those again. Or save the 2-color for September. Yeah, that could be a fun idea. I'll see you next week, Chris. Bye bye. Have fun with your grandkids. Yeah, we could definitely do 2-color in September, or we could do intarsia then, because yeah, because Chris was wanting to do intarsia, and I think it's a great idea. We could mix it up a little bit. But yeah, I'll just see. But that does mean, let's see. Yeah, so I finished the bamboo top. Medallion cable socks. Okay, see you in a bit, Natasha. So every month I keep my knitting projects. I keep a little track of them, of how many works in progress I have. And I finished the bamboo top. I also cast on the new socks. So I still have 16 works in progress now, but that's good for me. And I have the cable headband that I'm about to finish. It's so reversible that you don't really see what the front is. This is the front, but oh, it's so nice and squishy. So if I finish this, then yeah, then I'll be down to another whip. Never used brioche. I am looking forward to the August workshop. Yes! Oh, it's so much fun, really. Now I am wondering if I should work on this instead. No. I can't even properly try it on with the headphones, so I'll just stick to the sock. Yeah, the only thing with brioche that I really remember being really different is if you do it in the round or if you do it back and forth. And doing brioche back and forth, so flat knitting, was, I think, was easier. So I think that's what we'll do, and then true color. But again, I'll try it out. Yeah, and I'm not sure if I told you last week, but I'm going to be at 2 Scottish yarn festivals this fall, which I have to prepare for. So that's going to be very exciting. I'm going to be in Perth in September 7th. Perth is just above Edinburgh. I mean, just north of Edinburgh. And I have a table there on the marketplace, and I'm just going to bring a lot of samples so that people can see, and maybe I'll be able to print out some patterns. That would be nice. But yeah, I thought yeah, it's the Scottish Yarn Festival, and they reached out to me if I wanted to have a spot on the marketplace. So it's going to be very exciting, because I've never really attended a festival as myself, like with my designs. I've always wanted to, but I'm not really going to be selling much, I don't think. I don't have any yarns to sell, so it never really seemed like it would cover the cost for me. So that's why I'm really grateful that they reached out to see if I just wanted to be there, which is nice. Hi Elaine, good morning. So I'll be in Perth in September, and then in the end of October, that's October 19th, I'll be teaching at the Glasgow School of Yarn. That's also a yarn festival. I remember when I first came across their name, Glasgow School of Yarn, I thought, oh my god, is there a school of yarn? But it's the name of their festival. I thought it was actually like, an academy or something where you could go and just learn all things about yarn and knitting and fiber arts, and wouldn't that be amazing? I mean, I know there are places like that. There's this fiber design workshop. No, not workshop. Fiber design studies, like actual master studies in Florence. But it's like 20,000 euros a year. So nah, I'll spin on my own. I'll learn things on my own then. I don't have 20,000 euros a year to spend on learning. But to be fair, they're teaching people like to actually design like Chanel clothes, or they're connecting you with actual super high class designer people. Yeah. But still, it's interesting. But yeah, so I got on a tangent there. So I'll be teaching in Glasgow, Glasgow School of Yarn on October 19th. It seems like it's an amazing yarn festival. And they have a gala the night before, and I booked tickets for that as well. So just a fancy evening, early access to the marketplace. I'm very excited. And I'm going to be teaching how to design your own colorwork motif. Very excited for that, because I just love talking about this. And I've taught this masterclass once in Maastricht in the Netherlands, and it was a huge success, and yeah, I just really love it. And now with my knitting machine, I'll be able to knit so many samples of, you know, just examples of what to do and what not to do in terms of colorwork motif design. And sure, I can hand knit those swatches, but it's really not fun to knit colorwork swatches if they're supposed to be an example of what not to do, because you barely see it, and it's very unsatisfying to knit those samples. So I can do those on the knitting machine now. So, what's everyone's knitting or crochet plans this summer? I'm saying summer, but it's like 15 degrees here and cloudy. So I probably won't be making any actual summer projects myself, but I'm very curious to see what everyone else is up to. Ivana has started a lily sheer top. Ooh. Let's have a little Google. Or a raffle research. Lily sheer. Oh, by Irene Lynn. Ooh. She always has gorgeous designs. I'll post a link in the chat for anyone who wants to go and have a look. Really pretty. Miranda's going to knit the Escapee's cowl. Oh, the bullfinch blanket. Oh, nice. With a big whirl. Yeah, that looks really inviting. Oh, is it knit as well? I thought it was just crochet. Oh, that's why it's bullfinch sea cowl, because I thought it was a typo. Oh yeah, crochet or knit blanket. Almost 3 kilometers long yarn. No, but it's really, really gorgeous. Yeah, it's really nice. I'll post a link to that one as well. just in case anyone wants to see. I hope YouTube doesn't see this as me spamming myself, because they usually have this kind of filter for when someone is sharing links. So hope it doesn't affect things. Three kilometers of yarn. I wonder how many meters are in my blanket for the I mean the colorwork blanket. I should be able to calculate that. Okay, so I used a mini pack. That's 80 times 100 grams. So that's 800 grams plus one ball for the border. It was less than 50 grams, but let's just say 850 grams. One ball was 200 meters. And that is 17. Yes, that's the equivalent of 17 balls. 17 times 200. Is 3,400 meters. Okay. I'm going here like, whoa, 3,000 meters, but yeah, that's about right for a blanket. Oh my goodness. Good luck. Good luck. I really hope to get back into sewing this year. I think it's the lack of space that just I have so much less space here, so I wasn't really motivated to make room for my sewing machine. Good morning from America. Hi, good morning. Good morning from Scotland to you. So I haven't really taken my sewing machine out, but do you remember that I have my grandma's sewing machine as well, the mint green vintage sewing machine, and I went to a sewing machine repair shop in the Netherlands when I just before I moved, and they didn't want to repair it. They thought, no. They said, we'll probably need extra parts, and we don't have those extra parts, so we don't want to repair it for you. We don't want to risk, because it was still running at the time. But then I was taking the machine apart and oiling it in places, and then I broke it because now it doesn't yeah, there's just some of the settings that don't work correctly anymore. So I haven't been able to use it, and I went to the sewing machine repair shop here in Inverness this week, and I kind of thought they would give me the same answer, that oh no, it's too difficult, it's a cheap machine, we don't have the parts, just use a different machine. But they actually said they could repair it, so I'm going to take my machine there in the next couple of weeks, and then I hope that will motivate me to get back into sewing. Because it is a really pretty machine. What am I doing? Cable. Yeah, I've just been wanting to sew some quick things that will really just improve things in the house. So we have one door that kind of always needs to be open. So I want to sew a cute doorstop. I want to sew some seat cushions, because our dining room chairs aren't really that comfortable. So I want to sew some cushions. And yeah, and I want to just make some loops on my towel, so they're nice to hang up, because a lot of the loops have snapped. I'm confused. I did something wrong. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, I know that I did something wrong, but I also don't see a difference. So it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I know what I did. It doesn't matter. Okay, and I want to start the heel after this cable, but I have to decide on what kind of heel I want to do. So I think in a few rounds I'm going to be switching to the cable headband project instead. Because when I design a heel pattern, I just really want to have my my full attention for it, so that I can do it the same way on the second sock. There, okay, I'm gonna put this on pause for now, because this is a nice place to put in the heel. Maybe another round, but yeah, that's nice. So I'll be working on my cable headband. Because I only have a little bit longer to go with this pattern. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. A cable every 10 rows. I'll just check how far I have to go. Okay. And this headband pattern is up for free on my Patreon. So you can find it there. And it's a bundle of 2 headband patterns. So you have this ribbed cable headband and another with a braided cable. And it's one of the more recent posts, so you can find it quite easily. And I'm using a yarn that was dyed by Ocean by the Sea. And I got this at Edinburgh Yarn Festival in 2019, so 5 years ago. Wow. One of the last fiber festivals that I visited before COVID times. And this one uses twisted knit stitches. And I never really do twisted rib a lot, but I do think it looks nice. Yeah, on the back you can see what it's like if you don't twist your stitches, because I only twist the stitches. Oh, the camera's frozen. There we go. So I only twist the knit stitches on this side and the purl stitches on this side, so that's why this side looks twisted and this one doesn't. And I do think this one looks nicer. But normally you don't go for twisted rib because people use it a lot for the cuff on socks, but twisted rib is actually less stretchy than regular rib. So I never really use it where you actually want the stretch in the ribbing, because yeah, it kind of negates the effort that you put into your ribbing. But for this one, it doesn't have to stretch this way. So I figured, why not? Okay, I need to do the cable on this one. This one is a more substantial cable. Let's see, to the front. And if I finish this one, I'll be down to 15 works in progress, which I don't think I've been at 15 for at least 2 years. It's always been up in the 20s. I have to move my stitch marker. Oh. keep wanting to check check the length of my headband every row. I'm so impatient. But it does really feel like this project is going really fast because I'm using thicker yarn than I normally do. And I think, let's see, I have to go until I have 48 centimeters or 50 centimeters. Okay. I'll measure it after this row. Because I don't really remember which size I was knitting. I have 45, 45, 3 more centimeters. Is that right? Oh yeah, if I stretch it, then it already kind of fits. But yeah, I need some more centimeters in there. Maybe just... I don't even think I need to do another cable twist, because you don't want to do a cable twist close to the end, because it'll get in the seam anyway, and then if you have a cable twist there, it'll make the seam more bulky. Okay, so I think I'm almost finished. Yay! Because with headbands, you don't want to make it too loose, because loose headbands are just, yeah, not fun. And they'll stretch out a little bit during wearing and when you wash it. So you want to make them a little bit too tight. It's kind of like with jeans. You want to buy them a little bit too tight because they'll stretch a little. think this might be my last row. Yeah. Okay, let's try it on again. And the difficult thing is that I will probably be wearing this with my hair up. Yeah. Yeah. I think I should finish it now. Okay, great, because then I can record a tutorial video straight after this on how to actually seam this together. Because I did do a photo tutorial, but I always like videos better. So I'm just casting off in pattern. That means whenever I see a knit stitch, I'll knit it and I'll purl the purl stitches. And that just gives a little bit more stretch than if you were to only do, if you were to knit all of them. All right. I've quite a lot left over. Okay. So I can cross this off my list at the end of the day. That'll be nice. Okay, and it is 12, so I'm going to be having lunch and then doing that tutorial video. So thank you all so much for being here with me today. It was a very cozy crafting session, a little bit less chatting than usual, because I was just, yeah, a little bit sleepy. But I will be back next week on Thursday as well, from 10 to 12 UK time, and I'll be showing you my new bamboo top that I finished. Hopefully it will even be good enough weather so I can put it on. But it's been pretty cold here, which is fine. So yeah, thank you all so much for being here today, and I hope you all have a great weekend ahead of you. Well, first, a good Friday. Thank you all so much, and I hope to see you all next time. All right, bye-bye.